Number 10. Chupa. This is about a young boy who goes to visit his grandfather and his cousins and discovers this chupacabra, and he names him Chupa. Together, they go on this fun adventure and try to find Chupa's family and get him to safety. And of course, the government is after the chupacabra. The story balances a lot in here. We have Chupa, who's trained to get to his family, and this young boy who has really no interest in learning about his family and where his family has come from, and when he goes to visit his grandfather, he still feels like he's very distant from the way that they live. It isn't until we see this chupacabra, and he starts to become closer with his family, and understanding what family is about, Chupa does a great job of taking a very generic story and making it quite lovable.
Are you sure you know how to drive?
It's a really innocent film. Its whole message is just about family and delivering a fun adventure, and it was released on April 7th on Netflix. Number 9. Teen Wolf the Movie. It has been almost 6 years since the conclusion of the final season of Teen Wolf. Everyone's been highly anticipating to see this film. Within this film, it's years later, all of our teens are not so much teens now, and everyone's starting to see Allison, so they thinking that Allison may somehow, someway still be alive. Now people are starting to see her, and this will bring the pack back together. So could Allison still be out there? And if Allison is still out there, if they somehow were able to find Allison or revive Allison or bring her back from another world, the film was released on Paramount Plus on January 26th. Number 8. Knights of the Zodiac. Based on the manga Saint Seiya by Masami Kurumada, Knights of the Zodiac follows a young girl who is basically the reincarnation of Athena, who is the goddess of war and wisdom. You also follow a basically street orphan named Seiya, whose ultimate destiny is to protect Athena. Now, throughout the movie, we find out that there are some villains who are trying to destroy Athena, and then it becomes up to Saint Seiya to try to save her. The story is decent, it's entertaining, and all the cast was really good. Knights of the Zodiac was released in United States on May 12th. Number 7. Haunted Mansion. The Haunted Mansion is based on the 2003 film of the same name. Like the original ride, the new Haunted Mansion is set in a haunted house in New Orleans, and it follows a single mother and her son who just moved into a haunted mansion.
I'm not afraid of a couple ghosts.
They hire experts to help them get rid of the ghosts, only to learn that the ghosts are the spirits of a family who was murdered inside the mansion. With the help of the experts, the ghosts are able to let go of their anger and find peace. This movie is probably not the scariest one, but overall, Haunted Mansion is a fun and spooky movie with some laughs. Haunted Mansion is scheduled to be released in the United States on July 28th. Number 6. Peter Pan and Wendy. Based on the 1953 animated classic, Peter Pan and Wendy is the timeless tale of a young girl and her 2 younger brothers who traveled to the magical Neverland. There she meets a boy who refuses to grow up, a tiny fairy and an evil pirate captain, and they soon find themselves on a thrilling and dangerous adventure. The cast is surprisingly good, also has the original vibe, and some of the depth from the original novel. So overall, Peter Pan and Wendy are a good movie to watch. Peter Pan and Wendy premiered on Disney Plus on April 28th, and it received generally positive reviews from critics. Number 5. Kraven the Hunter. Well guys, Sony's next big Spider-Verse film is going to be Kraven the Hunter, starring Aaron Taylor Johnson as 𝘀𝘂𝗯𝗀𝗯𝗲, aka Kraven the Hunter. It looks like Kraven's father, Nikolai. It's clear that he is a man who really craves power. And we can see that he enjoys going on hunts. At one, Kraven is attacked by the lion, where he is given these deathly, awful giant wounds, and it looks like some of the lion's blood actually drops into Kraven's wounds. And somehow he gets lion powers, I guess. I think Aaron Taylor Johnson is doing a great job in this role, also with the movie being rated R, and the action also looks well choreographed. Kraven the Hunter is scheduled to be released in the United States on October 6th. Number 4. Damsel. The film will be about a Princess Elodie, played by Millie Bobby Brown. Now, Princess Elodie is made to believe that she is going to marry a prince, only to discover that she is being sacrificed to a dragon. Now, in this movie, she's fighting a dragon to save her own life. Also, she is going to get married to a rival kingdom, and she discovers a nasty secret about her new home, which mostly involves her being sacrificed to a hungry and fire-breathing dragon. Damsel is set for release on Netflix on October 13th. So before we get into the top 3, if you have watched any of these movies, or in general you're interested in seeing the films, make sure to leave your thoughts down below. I try to read and reply to each and every one of the comments. Number 3, The Portable Door. Paul Carpenter is an intern at a mysterious London firm with unconventional employers, including a CEO who wants to disrupt the ancient magical world with modern corporate practices. We have our character Paul Carpenter. He's this quirky character, doesn't really know what to do with his life. He's trying to find his feet, and he ends up working for this firm, and that's where we introduce to the weird world of the characters that we find within. The film was released theatrically in Australia on the 23rd of March. Number 2, Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. The cast is fantastic here. We've got Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, and Sophia Lillis. Each and every one of them gets major or standout moment. A charming thief and a band of unlikely adventurers embark on an epic quest to retrieve a lost relic, but things go dangerously awry. When they run afoul at the wrong people, there's a large montage with a voiceover at the start to quickly introduce us to the world and the characters before jumping into the crux story. I think the story has enough heart to keep everyone engaged, and I don't think you need to know anything about Dungeons and Dragons in order to enjoy this movie. It's simply just a fantasy adventure filled with heart and laughs. Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves was released in the United States on March 31st. Number 1, The Little Mermaid. The 2023 Little Mermaid movie is a remake of the one that came out in the 80s, the animated movie that a lot of us know and love. This movie did a really good job of sticking to the original story. And as a remake of the original animated movie, we're following the same story. Ariel, who is the daughter of King Triton, and she has decided that she is tired of being a mermaid, and she wants to go and explore the human world on land. Little Mermaid movie does a lot great in here. It is one of the better live-action remakes. Halle Bailey was absolutely the best part about this. Melissa McCarthy is stunning. The rest of the cast is really good as well. Little Mermaid movie does a lot great in here. It is one of the better live-action remakes. I think overall, a lot of you guys will truly come to enjoy this one, specifically if you are a Little Mermaid fan. The Little Mermaid was released in the United States on May 26th. Well, this is it. Thanks for watching. If you are interested in Disney Plus movies, check out these best movies on Disney Plus right now.